The first card you have for your past is the Six of Swords. So I'm seeing, obviously this is about moving away, moving into something calmer, away from something stressful. I'm seeing you moving away. I'm seeing you or attempting to move away from probably from a group of people around a situation. I am seeing a difficult situation. And I'm seeing someone just wasn't with you, someone that you wanted to be with you, someone who you expected them to be with you. I'm actually seeing someone not standing up for you, or not stepping in to help you when you needed their help. You really, really did need it. It was an incident or a situation where you just really, really needed them to step up. You needed their help and they just didn't do that. They just completely failed. I'm seeing an incident where some really, really harsh words were said. They might have been said directly to you or about you, but whatever happened, these words really, really hurt you. What I'm seeing is the one person who should have been there for you, the person who you feel should have said something or stood up for you, they didn't do that. They didn't step up. They didn't do anything. So these hurtful words I'm seeing were probably still going around and around and around in your head, because that's what happens to me when I'm in this. I try to get rid of the words and they stay there. And yes, it's usually the most hurtful words that we remember, sadly. We should remember the kindest words. We should remember the best words, the kindest words, and ignore the bad ones. But no, that's not what happens. I don't know why that is. It shouldn't happen. But we should remember all the words that build us up. But sadly, I don't know why that doesn't happen. But it does to some people. But generally, we usually remember the worst, which is the saddest thing. But you were getting away from all this. I'm seeing you were getting away from this situation, and you were getting away from a group of people, a whole lot of people that were all involved in this, which of course was a very good thing for you. But these words still hurt, and what really hurt was that person that should have stepped up. Now, I can't see whether this is a friend or a relative or even someone who you're in a relationship with. I really wish I could see that, but I can't see that. All I can see is this is someone who you knew really well, you were very, very close to, you rely on for a lot of things, and they really just did not step up when you needed it. That's what I'm seeing. So yes, this is you. You're moving away. You're sailing away like this woman in this boat. You're getting away from all of these people, and it still really, really hurts. You don't want to leave this particular person, but they just. I think whatever happened, it's something that's really, really almost impossible to get past. And she's taking the swords with her in her boat. So these words are still with you. They were still with you after this all happened, and they probably still are now, because this is quite a big thing I'm seeing. The next card you have for your past is the Emperor. So yes, this person, this person just wasn't supporting you, and they weren't supporting you against some people who were quite dominating, specifically one person. I'm actually seeing one main person in this. There are also other people around them, enabling them, and for some reason you just found yourself stuck in the middle of this terrible situation where maybe you were kind of in the firing line, and you were left to fend for yourself, and that's what hurts the most, is this person just left you and didn't say anything or do anything about this. And this wasn't the only thing that bothered you about this person. There are other problems leading up to this as well. Smaller problems. They were probably things you could overlook. But then when this happened, that was it. It was like, that's the final straw. And I don't know if this is family or a relationship or a friendship. I wish I could tell you which one it was, because usually I can see which area this is from. But I'm seeing this is probably a family group. But I can't see whether this main person was someone you're in a relationship with, or a friend, or what, or whether they were actually in your family. I don't know if it was your family. I think it was a different family. I don't know. This is very confusing, but I hope this all is going to make some sense with you. I don't know why I can't see. The last card you have for your past is the Queen of Cups. So yes, you did get away from this drama anyway, I can see that, and you at least distance yourself from a lot of these people, and yes, you were physically away from them, but you still had a lot of emotions around this, of course, like I was seeing in the Six of Swords. And, you had to try to put these emotions aside because you had a life. You had work, you had other responsibilities, you had things to do, and you had to try. You couldn't be a mess, you couldn't be upset around all of this, so you had to try to put a lid on your emotions, at least while you're around other people in situations where you had to kind of you do things like work and do your daily things, whatever. Because, if you look at this queen, she's very emotional. She's the most emotional queen of all. She's, she's staring at her cup. She's focused on her emotions, but there's a lid on the cup. So you had your lid on your emotions. You were only showing your emotions to very, very few people. And maybe you weren't showing them to anyone, because I am seeing you by yourself a lot in this. By yourself, I mean, you were left alone in the Emperor card with the incident, and you stepped away and you were alone. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your present is the Hanged Man. I'm seeing two things in this card. I'm seeing having to make a decision, or more than one decision, but having to make this decision alone. And I'm seeing that usually you would rely on this person who was around you, but because they really hurt you, they didn't step up, you kind of distance yourself from them, and now you're finding you're having to kind of make decisions by yourself. Some decisions you'd never had to make alone before, or something like that. So you just didn't have anyone around you who could help you with this specific decision. Now, you had people you could call on, you had people who could help you with things, but this was a very specific, unique thing, and usually you would rely on this one person in the Six of Swords to help you out with this, or to get their advice or something, but you couldn't do that because you knew that you had to be separate from that person. And this is, or you do at this time, this is in the present. And I'm seeing this person's support in certain situations like this. Usually they're close to you, you can help them, they help you out, you can even talk to them and run things by them in this specific thing. I don't know what's wrong with me today. But they weren't around you, and you absolutely did not want to contact them, or you do not want to contact them at this time to kind of get their opinion or their idea, because you just don't want to be around them. Whatever they did is huge, really huge. And this whole thing has you upside down. This Hanged Man's upside down. He's seeing the world from a different angle. He's having to face the world from a new perspective because you're not around this person. That's what you're having to do. You're having to face the world from a different perspective. Now, this isn't something you want to do. This is just something you have to do. You really have to do. And you also have to try and make this decision by yourself. And you're doing a lot of research on this. You're kind of making up your mind. You will make up your mind eventually, but at this time, you're just gathering as much information as you can, because you can't get this information or this help from this person. You're getting it from elsewhere, so it's taking you a lot longer. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have for your present is the Four of Wands. I am seeing you spending time around people who you do feel very comfortable with. You feel very welcomed around these people, and you can just be yourself around these people. So these could be relatives, these could be friends. I am seeing one specific very close relative who's more like a friend to you. They probably know you well enough to know exactly how to kind of speak to you at this time when you're going through this difficult thing that you're still going through. And, I'm not seeing you telling many people about this at this time, about what's happened. I'm seeing the separation. Again, this could be a friend, or it could be someone who you're in a relationship with. I can't actually see. This was... I'm seeing, one reason that could be that, you're just not ready. You don't want to talk about this to a lot of people. You're just not ready to answer a lot of questions about this. This is still very, very hurtful for you at this time. You're still very hurt by this. You're just not ready to even talk about this at all. Unless it's with people, very, very few people who you truly, truly trust. But I'm also getting... you're still not completely ready to move on from whoever this is. It takes time to do that, but I am seeing that this process is going to take time to actually heal and move on properly from this person, but it's only going to happen when you're truly ready to start moving on. Sometimes we're not ready, and we can't heal properly until we are ready, until we finally say to ourselves, right, I'm ready, I'm ready. You're not at that stage at this time. You're still working through this in your head. You're still around this, and I think you might still have some hope that you might be around them again, or contact them again, or connect with them again, because they do leave a great big gap in your life. And this is very, very hard. Whoever this is was very close to you. The first card you have in your future is the Five of Wands. This is a very negative reading. I'm very, very sorry. That's just what I'm seeing. Yeah, this is what I have to tell you. I'm seeing battles. I'm seeing probably family battles is what I'm seeing. And maybe... you're seeing these battles from a distance. You're seeing all this drama from a distance. So maybe you're probably not directly involved in these dramas at this time, which is, thank goodness you're not, because you've been through enough drama and enough battles and enough problems. You don't need any more. I am seeing a situation around family, and maybe there was a situation around family that started this whole drama that caused you to separate from all of these people and this one person who's very close to you. Maybe it's this person's family, or maybe it's maybe you have maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was their family, maybe it was a group of friends and family. You might have friends connected with family, you might be very close, I don't know, it's something like that. But I am seeing a family, and you're far away from them, and that's why I'm seeing this probably isn't your family, because you went to spend some time with some family in the Four of Wands, or it might just be your family is split up, and some people are people who you're not around, and there are other people in your family who are around. It could be that, and I'm really sorry this is so confusing. Usually I'm a lot more specific than this, but this is what I'm seeing. I can only see certain things. And there is a lot of confusion. I'm very sorry about that. But I'll just keep going with what I can see. So, yeah, you're far away from them. And yeah, you certainly don't miss this messiness around these people, this drama that you've been through with these people before. That's one thing you don't miss. This is in the future, but if this resonates with you, if you're seeing these battles, these dramas and things from a distance, maybe on social media or wherever else, or you're hearing from them, or you're talking to people about them, try to get away from all of this drama. Try to get away from this. Don't talk to people about this unless it's people you trust and you want to vent to them. That's another thing again. But try not to kind of talk about them. Try not to see things about them. If they're on social media, you might have to mute them or even block them. Anything to get them out of your head. Get them out of your head. Get some peace in your head. You've moved on. You don't need this anymore. It's going to set you backwards if you keep on looking at things and hearing things about them. So the next card you have for your future is Death. Yes. Yes, so obviously this is about letting go. This is about letting go of this person in the Six of Swords totally, letting yourself move forward. And of course, this is going to be a process still. So you can't just click your fingers and feel better about what's happened in a second and move on. But, try the best you can to do that. Part of doing that is not letting yourself hear any more about this drama. And just be kind to yourself. Just do this in the easiest way that you can. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't think, oh, I shouldn't be upset about this. Why am I? If you feel upset, you feel upset. That's how you feel. That's real to you. Don't let anyone tell you shouldn't be upset if you are. And just be kind to yourself. Just let yourself get through this. I am seeing that, with the Death card, moving on from whoever this is probably inevitable. Actually, it is inevitable because death is inevitable. So this is going to happen eventually, whether it takes a long time, it's a long process, whether it happens after a while, suddenly you say, right, I'm going to move on. It's going to happen sometime. So I don't want to be negative. I don't want you to be thinking, oh, it's terrible. But This is what I'm seeing. And if someone doesn't stand up for you, if someone doesn't stand up, against people who are doing this horrible thing to you, I think you're right, and I think you follow those instincts, and I think you're correct. It does hurt, but sometimes we do need to cut these people out if they are really, really hurting us. The last card you have for your future is the Fool. So finally, you have a positive. I'm so glad you have this positive card. So I know this whole reading's been about this separation, whoever this person is. Hopefully, these messages are going to go out to the right person or people. I know this has all been about one thing, and I know also it has been specific but a little bit vague in the way that I couldn't see. I really, really struggled to see, is this a relationship? Is this a friendship? Is this at work? Is this family? It is something definitely around family, and it's around someone who was extremely close to you, who you totally trusted, and then you realised you couldn't trust them. It's that kind of thing, or they wouldn't stand up for you. They didn't have your back. So, yes, in the Fool card, what I'm seeing is that you will go through this process. When you've finally gone through this process and you've totally moved on, you do have some amazing, amazing things ahead of you, in front of you. I'm actually seeing one specific thing that maybe you started already, something you've been working on. This is something that has a lot of creativity around it. You're a very creative person. You're a very innovative person. You're a very smart person as well. You can combine all these things together. And, if you have already started this, then that's fantastic, because I'm seeing spending time on this, spending energy on this creative project or whatever this is, instead of on this person and this whole horrible situation, is 100% the right thing for you to do. I'm actually seeing something where you just lose yourself. You'll just bury yourself in this. Your head will be in this, and hours will go past and you won't realize it. That's perfect. That's exactly what you need to do, and it's also something you're going to be achieving. So that's one final positive thing at the end of this whole thing. Again, I'm sorry about the negativity. This is what I'm seeing.